The notion that the mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue. On the surface, it appears to be a conspiracy theory with no basis in reality. However, upon closer examination, it becomes clear that there are indeed some underlying factors that may contribute to this perception. One of the primary reasons for this phenomenon is the fundamental difference in worldview between the scientific community and Christians. Science is based on empirical evidence and the scientific method, whereas Christianity is rooted in faith in Scripture. As a result, there can be a disconnect between the two, with scientists often viewing religious beliefs as unproven and supported by empirical evidence. This can lead to a lack of understanding and sometimes even disdain for Christian beliefs, which can be perceived as an attack on their faith. The media, which often relies on scientists and experts for information, can inadvertently perpetuate this perception by presenting scientific findings in a way that contradicts or undermines Christian teachings. For example, the theory of evolution is often presented as a fact, without acknowledging the theological implications or alternative perspectives. Another factor contributing to this perception is the media's tendency to sensationalize and oversimplify complex scientific issues. This can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations of scientific data, which can be particularly problematic when it comes to sensitive topics like faith and religion. By presenting scientific findings in a simplistic or misleading way, the media can create the impression that scientists are deliberately trying to undermine Christian beliefs. Furthermore, the media's emphasis on controversy and debate can also contribute to this perception, as it often pits scientists against Christians in a way that creates conflict and tension. Moreover, the scientific community's increasing emphasis on secularism and the separation of church and state can also be seen as a threat to Christian values and beliefs. The idea that science and religion are mutually exclusive, and that science is the only valid way of understanding the world, can be perceived as an attack on the legitimacy of Christian faith. This perception can be reinforced by the media's tendency to present science as the ultimate authority without acknowledging the limitations and uncertainties of scientific knowledge. Additionally, the fact that some scientists and science communicators are openly hostile to religion and view it as a hindrance to scientific progress can also contribute to this perception. However, it is essential to note that the vast majority of scientists are not motivated by a desire to lie to or deceive Christians. Where scientists are driven by a genuine desire to understand the world and uncover the truth, regardless of its implications for religious beliefs. Moreover, many scientists are themselves Christians, and see no conflict between their faith and their scientific work. The issue is not that scientists are deliberately trying to deceive Christians, but rather that the media's presentation of scientific information can sometimes be misleading or incomplete. In conclusion, the perception that the mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians is complex and multifaceted. While there are some underlying factors that may contribute to this perception, it is essential to recognize that the vast majority of scientists are motivated by a desire to understand the world, rather than to deceive or manipulate others. The media's presentation of scientific information can sometimes be misleading or incomplete, but this is often the result of oversimplification or sensationalism, rather than a deliberate attempt to undermine Christian beliefs. Ultimately, it is crucial to approach this issue with nuance and understanding, recognizing the complexities and uncertainties of both science and faith. By doing so, we can work toward a more accurate and balanced understanding of the relationship between science and Christianity, and avoid perpetuating unnecessary conflict and division.